Alright then, I did a video last week. I called it an unstacking video. This week, I don't know, I think I'll call this a frac stacking video or something. Fractional unstacking video, or I don't know what we'll call it, but what we got here is some fractional. And let's just go ahead and start unstacking it. And these here, y'all probably seen them here or there. We'll put that there. That's the slabs. And part of them modern, that in there at the 10th ouncer. But I didn't pay extra for it being in a slab, but I kind of like it. It keep me from losing it. It is a 69, kind of neat looking coin. Kind of got a unique color to her for American Eagle. It's a little bit more like 24 karat gold, kind of coppery gold. Let's see, show you modern, or I say modern, just a normal one. I don't know if you can see the color difference. I guess they said they can tone a little bit, what you call toning or what. But this is kind of unique, so I think it's pretty neat. So I'm going to keep that in that slab probably. Of course, we got the pre-33. And I'm including it on fractional because isn't here the $5. That's a 0.2438 or something. No, I'm saying that wrong. That's a point. It's almost a quarter. So what'd that be? Yeah, 0.24. I don't know, 0.2419 or something like that. Then we get these off of them. Kind of just put this. It's here for later. Get some of all these. All up on them. And there's the $10 gold piece. That's the one I was thinking. That's 0.4838. It's just almost a half ounce. This is just almost a quarter ounce, troy ounce. So we got those there. Let's see. We'll make it. Try to make it nice for y'all. Try to center them up. Then we got bunch of 10th ouncers, right? So we see, I like this here Perth Mint Tiger. See if we can make it focus. Kind of hard to good look at some of these 10th ouncers. But that they said that 1 ounce tiger is pretty rare, and it's of high premium. So I seen this 10th ounce, and it's kind of high premium just because it's a 10th ounce. I think I paid $310 back when gold was, I don't know, 2,700-ish. So it's a bit of premium. Of course, wife bought this little 10th ounce Eagle at the same time, and it's same price. So I figured this isn't here wasn't bad. And anyway, that's why I don't go with fractional sometime, but kind of wanting more fractional, especially as the price is going up. So I don't know. I was gonna pull it out this here little case, but this little capsule, but that's hard to get into. It's got that Perth Mint rattle, what they said. Here, we'll leave her there. Put it with the plastic right there. We got the Perth Mint. We got the US Classic. A more US. Let's see. couple eagles. We'll put these eagles. We got 2 eagles, 3 eagles, modern eagles. And then what else we got? We got the panda bear. And y'all, some of y'all seen the video about this in here. If you ain't seen that video, you can check her out. I got about 3 of them really. Cause when I first got my Sigma, I put this on and it showed yeller. Well, you can check it out in the other videos, but come to find out, this in 1985, they said some of the older panda coins, they a little off on their purity, so that's why it reads in the yellow, but it's still a gold coin, real gold. Got one of my favorite, of course, see if I make her focus, at their Britannia. I really like the 1 ounce version because you can really see it real well, and just like the 1 ounce, but I like the 10th ounce too. It's a pretty coin, same design. Maybe you just strain to see it a little bit. So got a Britannia, kind of international, little international stack, right? I watched that international stacker. That's pretty neat. International. We got European here. Oop. Make her focus. That's the wife's favorite coin. That Philharmonic. We put these. Let's put these. Where are we gonna put them? Put them all together. Well, we got 2 on each. That'll work. So what we got? We got 7. About, I think I'm missing one somewhere. That's 6, 7, 10th ounce. Yeah, we missing something. Where's my? I got one more. Oh, there it is. See, that's my problem with the 10th ounce. They real easy to misplace. We got a Canadian here. That Canadian snuck in. There we go. We got 7, 8. Forget it. 8. 7 plus 1. So we got 8. 10th ounce. And then we got American pre-33, almost a 1/4 ounce, almost a 1/2 ounce. Then we got some other little 1/4 ounce here. Of course, we got a American Eagle. It's the same design. Of course, back there's a couple different types. You know, you got your type 1 or type 2. I think this here is a type 2. This older one, most of mine small ones here are type 2, but that's one thing. This older one, at type 1 with the 2 eagles, little eagle coming to the nest, that's pretty neat. I like this type 1 a little better. That little eagle mama feeding her babies. That's a good mama. That they're type 2. I don't know, just the head of the eagle. I'm not really fond of that back, what they call a reverse. I called it tails. It's just the little eagle head. Not really fond of it, but front here's still nice. That's still the classic St. Gaudens design, Lady Liberty. So that's all right. That's nice. So we got a 1/4 there. Make her focus back on the. We got a little Put these back where they belong. Remove this plastic with the plastic. Let's see, there we go. Put the eagles together. Eagle, eagle. Or maybe we'd flip them over. Liberty and liberty. We'll keep liberty front and center. We got lots of liberty there up front. Even liberty in the back. Got that there Krugerrand, that springbuck. That Krugerrand's in a bezel. I don't know that feller, he ain't the prettiest, but that springbuck's pretty. That's a pretty one. And I like it just being kind of historic. Remind me of that, like I said, remind me of the Lethal Weapon movie. And then we got another Canadian, but it ain't a maple leaf. This here's the polar bears. Of course, this here polar bear's white, right? This here's golden color, so I'm gonna call it a honey bear. We got the honey bear. So, and then I threw this in, and y'all might disagree. I'm gonna call that fractional. That's a 14 karat bracelet. Wife bought it at the coin shop. And it right near spot, maybe a few percent over, so wasn't a bad price. 14 karat gold. I think it's 5 point something grams, so wound up 3 gram, 3 point something. So she likes her jewelry, and if you get it at that price, I think that's all right. So we gonna add them up. That's the fractional. That's our fractional unstacked. I guess we can throw in some quarters if we want, but that's silver. Little silver quarter. We just put them there for fun. So that's the fractional unstacked. We got a fraction of an ounce everywhere. Altogether, we got a little more than an ounce. We got 8/10, and then 3/4, and then almost a quarter. So I reckon if you add them together, give a little bit of this here to a little of that there, we got 1.25 ounces. And then we got almost 1.1 ounces. I don't know, I guess we can take some gold from that and call it 2 ounces. So it's a little over 2 ounces of gold. Not quite 2.5. I don't know. That's the problem with some of these odd weights when you get into grams and some of the pre-33, but I like the pre-33 for what it is, for a little bit of history. It may not be ideal for stacking, but I take it if I can get it reasonable. Anyway, that's a little video here, unstacking the fractional stack. And we stack it back up. What about y'all? Y'all stacking ounces? You stacking grams? You stacking quarters, tenth, maybe even half? I guess a 1/2 ounce, that's not really a popular one. I'd like to get me a 1/2 ounce just to say maybe a 1/2 ounce. Probably a 1/2 ounce Philharmonic. Wife, she likes that Philharmonic, like I said, and I want to get a 1/4 ounce, and maybe you get a 1/2 ounce. I don't know. It's one of them things, you just, have a little fun with it. So what do y'all think? You like to stack fractional? You like to stack ounces? Maybe you big time, you like to stack kilo bars. I wish I could, but I don't even know if the government stacked the kilo bars. They might have sold them all off and bought the Bitcoin. Something like that. I don't think that'd be very smart, but who knows? I ain't blaming them for being very smart. I reckon if they's very smart, we wouldn't be in the bind we're in now. We'd probably still have that for money. But they figure they smart, and probably they smarter than I am anyhow. Anyway, we'll wrap this here little video up. Y'all leave in the comments what you stacking, or maybe you ain't stacking, what you want to stack, or what you think about it. All right then. Bye-bye.